Hello everyone, this is Jenny. In this video, I'm going to go over what you can and can't feed your Russian tortoise. Russian tortoises are in the group of tortoises that herp keepers refer to as grassland tortoises. They come from native areas where the majority of their diet is made up of grasses and leafy greens. And as with any reptile that we keep in captivity, we want to mimic their natural diet as much as possible. And so for Russian tortoises, most of their diet should be made up of a variety of dark leafy greens. Collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens, kale, and beet greens are all great choices. They're also easy to obtain since these are common in most grocery store produce sections. I myself feed Cupcake a mixture of collards, mustards, and greens. I don't often do beet greens, but that's something I might like to try again soon. Prepackaged bags of spring mix for salads are also available in most grocery stores and can be a good addition to the diet for Russian tortoises. However, an ideal diet would also include leafy weeds like dandelion, mallow, and plantain, the leafy plant, not the banana-like fruit. Grasses and hay can also be fed to Russian tortoises. If you let your tortoise graze outside, please also be mindful of any herbicides or pesticides that may have been sprayed onto the plants outside. Now, in addition to these staples, veggies can also be offered to add variety to your tortoise's diet. Carrots, squash, bell peppers, and even prickly pear cactus pads, which some grocery stores carry, are also good options. Romaine lettuce is also an option for your tortoise's diet, but more in an addition to the dark leafy greens rather than a staple in and of itself, because it's not nutritious on its own to be fed as a staple. Now, as far as what you shouldn't feed, you want to avoid cabbage, broccoli, and spinach, as we know that these can interfere with the tortoise's ability to absorb calcium. Fruits, of course, are not something that a grassland tortoise would come across very often in the wild, so fruits should be fed very sparingly, occasionally as treats. I would say with Cupcake, I give him a small strawberry, maybe like 3 or 4 times in his life he's gotten strawberries. It's not something he eats very often. So things like apples, bananas, strawberries, you can feed them occasionally, but not that often. Never as a staple. Too much sugar in their diet can cause indigestion. Commercial tortoise diets, like from Missouri, can be a staple of your tortoise's diet in conjunction with leafy greens. Cupcake doesn't care for commercial pellets. I've actually tried Missouri pellets before. Some people have good success with them. My tortoise in particular just doesn't really like them, either dry or soaked, but you may find that your tortoise reacts differently to them. So his diet mostly revolves around collards, like I said before, collards, turnip greens, and mustard greens, and occasionally kale. All food that you give your tortoise should be lightly dusted with a high-quality calcium vitamin D3 supplement. Growing tortoises should be given calcium often, while older animals are going to need it less frequently. And a reptile multivitamin can also be used to help round out your tortoise's diet. The most important thing to remember when planning your tortoise's diet is variety. Variety is absolutely key to tortoise nutrition, so we keepers should always make the effort to offer as many different appropriate food items as possible for our little guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.